Hey folks, SoloGamer here, and we're going to be doing our review of Zombicide. And the reason we're going to be doing the review of Zombicide is because I'm kind of finished with Zombicide now. We played 9 scenarios. So I feel, kind of gotten the feel of it and everything. So we're going to stop until something new comes out, or something new that's pretty major comes out. So what can we say about one of the games that probably is one of the most successful games ever to be done on Kickstarter? Well, I did not get it on Kickstarter, I'll just say that. I got the first Zombicide a little after it hit retail, because I was trying to choose a zombie game, because there's a gazillion zombie games. Let's face it, the market is overflooded with zombie games. And I happened to pick Zombicide just because it was different, or it seemed like it was going to be different, or from all the others. I bought the Toxic City Mall and the Season 2 Prison Outbreak when they came out, a little bit after they came out, right around the time they started hitting retail as well. I kind of think it was a mistake for them to come out with both of them at the same time. I think they should have did Season 2 or Toxic City Mall by itself, and then maybe 6 months later do the other one. I think they just overwhelmed it at one time. Then I bought the Zombie Dogs a little while back, as you can remember, and put them in there. So let's go over our little rating system here. Now, they're made by Cool Mini or Not and Guillotine Games. Now, Cool Mini or Not is a miniatures people. So one of the main things you really expected to be good about this game was the miniatures and the components. And I have to say, I have to give it 2 thumbs up on the components. And the tiles are thick, sturdy, and pretty cool looking. And they're huge, man. They're the biggest tiles I've ever over any games I have. They went that way, and I think that was bold and daring of them. The markers and the tokens and stuff and the cards are all good quality stuff. And so we get to the meat of it, the zombies, the figures. They're excellent. They're probably you can arguably say that they're probably the best zombies out there in the market for zombie games. Maybe Last Night on Earth can compete with them. But as far as detail and quality, for as much as you get, you can't beat what you get with these. All the different styles they come with, they're really good. So, I mean, you expected that from Cool Mini or Not, and you got it with this. If you were not going to get nothing else, you got that. So, like I said, the components, 2 thumbs up. I mean, no issues whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I ain't had one break. And I've had my little boy stomp them around, cats come and claw them around, and the dog, screwing around with them. Great condition, not one of them are broken. Let's talk about the website. I gotta give the website a 1.5. The only reason I give it a 1.5 and not a full 2 is because I haven't had any complaints with any of these products. I wasn't missing anything when I got them. Nothing came broken, nothing came warped. So I have not had to deal with their customer service about a complaint. So I can't speak to that. So that's why I give it the half instead of full thumb up. Because it would definitely get 2 full thumbs up. Because if you go to their website, they give you galore free scenarios and a few other things. I mean, they got so many scenarios on their website. They got more than all 3 of these rule books combined. And to be honest with you, really to be honest with you, a lot of those scenarios on the website are actually better than the scenarios that come in the rule book. Another fan made, but man, they're really good. So, okay, you spend $70 to $80 for a Zombicide. You get everything you get with it, and then you get 10 scenarios in the book. You go to their website, you can get at least 30 to 40 more scenarios off there. So you're going to be playing this game for a long, long time. You mix in the other ones, I mean, seriously, they give you a lot of good free stuff on that website. So that's definitely a big plus. Now let's talk about theme. Again, I'm going to have to give it a 1.5 on theme. Now, this is not a slow, methodical type zombie game. This is not a really particularly strategy type zombie game. This is kill as many zombies as you can and live as long as you can. Hopefully you make it to the end type game. And the more you kill, the harder it gets. That's just plain out and simple. So the theme is pretty good. The only thing I have, I get the city thing with this one right here. I get the prison theme for the most part with this one right here. But the Toxic City Mall theme, I don't know. It just doesn't, I don't know, it just feels like I'm playing, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a mall. I don't know how to say that. Maybe from the tiles. You know, they add rebel tokens, and I don't think the rebel tokens are really worth a flip, to be honest with you. Okay, so you block off part of the map. No. So, the theme's pretty good. Like I said, I gotta give it a 1.5 on that. It would get a full 2, but it's just, I don't know, it's just something you can't quite put your finger on. And let me explain it like this. You play Last Night on Earth. That's got theme galore. You even play the little Twilight Creation zombie games, and there's a really heavy theme to it, especially for each different expansion. But this one just kind of is like, you just got to, it's like you could have substituted zombies for mummies or for robots or for Martians. If not for the toxic factor, it's really, on the toxic ones, it's really not, I don't know. I don't know how to put it like that. I just think that it just falls a little bit short of a perfect theme. Now, it does have a pretty good theme. I mean, you do at times, you know, you get you a good weapon and you got a whole bunch of zombies around you and just slicing and dicing, and that's great. So, theme-wise, I give it 1.5. Now, let's talk mechanics and rules. This is where this game hits the low point, I guess. There are a lot of rules in here that don't make sense. Now, to their credit, they tell you in the instruction booklet, hey, if you don't like a rule, don't use it or whatever. Or modify it. And I did that with a few things. But I'm going to start with the noise tokens. I don't ever use the noise tokens. I mean, I really don't. It just feels like it takes up more time putting them on the board when the zombies are going to see you or hear you anyways. So I can see if you had two groups split up. That rarely happens when I play. So I don't ever use the noise tokens. Number 2, the targeting system is god-awful. You have, like, let's say you have the cop figure. I can't remember what his name is. But he's the cop figure, and he has a pistol. You figure, damn, he's a cop. He's trained to shoot the damn gun. Which he is. And then the next square over is one of his fellow characters, and there's like 4 zombies around him. So you're meaning to tell me he's going to shoot his fellow character before he shoots any of those zombies. Now I can see if it was a shotgun and you may have a spread issue. But for the pistol, or any type of handgun, a rifle, hell, even an assault rifle, you think you can aim just a little bit to the side for his fellow character and not hit him. So I changed that all up. So that's a real bugaboo rule of mine. Also, the way you have to, in the order you have to attack the things. Like, you have to attack a fatty before you can attack a walker. You have to attack a walker before you attack a runner. I can understand the runner a little bit because the runner's hauling ass and you trying to get a beat on it. But damn, if I'm in a space with one fatty and 3 regulars and I want to take out some of the regulars first, I don't see what the problem is. That's just me. So, you know, and there were a few, let me put it this way, on some of the scenarios in these things, they had to reprint them on the website because there were errors with them. And some of the rules aren't exactly 100% clear. Other than that, simple. Move, kill, you know, that type of thing. So, but, yeah, it's going to get a 1 thumbs up on the rules part with me. And then fun factor. And I'm going to have to give it another, I'm going to have to give it maybe a 1.5 on the fun. This is a fun game. Don't get me wrong. But to me, it's not the best zombie game out there. As a matter of fact, it's not even the second best zombie game out there. I got to be honest with you. This game is very fun at first, but it loses its luster quickly for me. And I'm not exactly sure why I'm able to pinpoint it down. I think maybe because there's not enough variety. Every scenario that comes in the books now is basically the same thing. Get this red X. Get this object, get out. Get this object, get out. Go here, get this object, get out. And that kind of gets old after a while. I'm sorry, it does. They throw a few variations in some of these, like the prison one with the rotating door and the cell blocks. But you still basically go here and get this. And the mall with the freaking, you know, the rubble tokens and stuff like that. Whereas if you're playing like Last Night on Earth, you may have one mission where you got to rescue survivors, you got to have another mission where you got to stock up, you got to have another mission where you kill something, another mission where you get on a plane, that type thing. And so the boards are varied a little bit. Whereas this one, I don't know, like I said, it just kind of loses its luster after a while. Hell, even like the zombie, you know, from games from Twilight Creations, each set's a different theme. So if you wanted to play a woods one or a zoo one or something like that. And another thing that bothered me is these mini expansions for these. Like, let's say these. Let's take a look. I got a bunch of mini expansions that come in boxes like this. Some are like Toxic Dead, The Angry Dead, The Walking Dead, Dawn of the Dead. But it's all basically the same thing. You get a few new zombies and a few new cards that are just a little different. Whereas the zombie dogs, it add dogs in there and you got new dogs and zombies and they act differently. I think what they should have did was they should have come out with a few maybe sets like these that had new mechanics or maybe a few new tiles to where maybe you go in a house, stock up, barricade, maybe like a new cool zombie, like a blood zombie or something. Just anything like that. I think they could have did a lot more with it than basically coming out with a bunch of 5 or 6 things like this of the same thing that you can get in them. I mean, really. You didn't get the dogs in them. And they have a dog companion one, which is pretty good, which I would have liked to have had. But other than that, no. And then let's talk about the endless parade of Kickstarter special or con special or whatever heroes that you can get that are for some reason absurdly overpriced on eBay or whatever. I mean, really, I don't care about them, to be honest with you. Now, I know some people, oh man, that Mustache Pete guy, he's pretty cool, or some of the other ones, but when you come down to it, it's just basically the same. You're going to have a few different, maybe, abilities, but you're still going to level up and do like that. I mean, you still can only hold 5 things, and I don't know. I mean, I just think they could have did more with smaller expansions and not come out with two big things at one time. Now, they are coming out with a season 3. Everybody knows it. And we'll most likely get season 3. If it has some significant changes. If it's just like season 3, you know, we have a new type of zombie and this time we're at the office building type thing, then no, I probably won't get it. But if it's something new and different, I probably will. So when it comes down to it, out of 10, I'm going to have to give this thing 7, 7.5 maybe out of 10. It's a good game. It's an expensive investment. So if you don't have any zombie games and you are looking to get a zombie game, you're wondering, man, all these zombie games out here, which one's the best? Which one should I get? I wouldn't start off with Zombicide, to be honest with you. It's expensive. There's not as much variety or diversity as there should be, and after a while it kind of loses its luster a little bit. It's not to say it's a great game. If you got megabucks, by all means, get Zombicide, okay? If you don't have to worry about how much money you have, get Zombicide and get them all. Because, you know, they're worth it if you get them all. But if you're on a limited budget, limited funds, and there is a zombie game and you really want to try to get the best zombie game you can, Zombicide's not the one to start off with, because it's like I said, it's the same. You end up doing the same thing over and over again. It's just you get the feeling from it. That's what I got from it. There are others out there that are better than this that you should try to get. Now, I'm not going to say which one I think is my favorite, but not in this video. Maybe in the future. But Zombicide, I know I kind of hounded on it, but Zombicide is a better than average game. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's a better than average, maybe 7, 7.5 out of 10. It's expensive. It's expensive to get into if you want to get everything, and and after you've gotten everything, and you're going to enjoy playing it for a while, but after a while, I think quicker than more than other games, it'll kind of lose its luster a little bit, and you kind of get a little tired of it. And so that's my take on Zombicide, and I'm probably going to offend a lot of people with that. That's just how I feel. I mean, if I was really, truly, fantastically blown out of the water with this game, I could have did 30 playthroughs, 10 scenarios apiece for each one. But I stopped just short of 10. And that's because, to be honest with you, it got to be the same thing over and over again. I wanted to give you 3 scenarios from each one, show you the differences between each one, the mall, the prison, the city, different type of zombies, just give you a little bit of variety. But other than that, it's about the same thing for the rest of them, to be honest with you. So that's my take on Zombicide. Don't get too pissed off at me if you don't agree, but just let me know what you think. I'd like to know, am I wrong or am I right? But remember, I did not give it a bad review. I know it seemed like it, but I did give it a high mark, so don't be too hard on me. Alright, SoloGamer saying, till the next time, have fun.